Hello everyone, welcome to Oracle Fundamentals. In this tutorial, we will discuss about Oracle table. The content of this video tutorial: creating table, table description, DML, select, update, delete, truncate table, drop table, alter table, add column, alter table, modify column. What is Oracle table? Tables are the basic unit of data storage in an Oracle database. In table, data is stored in rows and columns. Table is an unit of data organization in an Oracle database. Syntax: create table, schema dot table name. Then column 1 data type, column constraint, column 2 data type, column constraint. This is Oracle SQL Developer. Here we can see the multiple connections. I just want to use user db167 connection. This is worksheet. So I will try to give an example about table creating. So the first step is create table. To create a new table in Oracle database, you use the create table statement. The following illustrates the basic syntax of the table create table statement. So the create table statement is: this is create table, then table name, inside bracket. Here we use here some columns: ID, customer name, customer email, phone, salary, joining date, created by user, and created date. So here we can see the uh, default value user, and time create date, timestamp, default value sys date. So if I execute this snippet or table, customer created. So now I just want to select the table description or set table definition. So describe, DESC, then table name, customer. So if I execute this snippet, here we can see the table description. Here we can see the name, null, and type. Here we can see the columns: ID, customer name, email, phone, salary, joining date, created user, and created date. So this is the description. So now I will give another example uh, about table. So insert record. I just want to insert some record into customer table. So I have prepared a script to insert some values in table. Here we can see insert into customer table. This is table name, and then we use here some columns for this customer table, and here them and their corresponding values. So if I execute this snippet to insert data into customer, so after executing this snippet, we can see the inserted value, one row inserted in customer table. So if I want to see the table value, I need to execute before selecting or select statement. I just want to insert some more values into customer table. So if I execute this snippet, here we can see insert statement executed in multiple times, because I 3 records inserted in batch. So I just want to take the data in data from a customer, not actually consumer. This is a customer table actually. Select star from uh, consumer. This is not a consumer, it will customer actually. So I just want to copy this one, share it. If I execute this snippet, you can see the 4 records in customer table. So I just want to give another example about update actually. So let's see how do we update customer table information. Here we can see update data. Here update customer, and then set value. Here we can see the columns of customer table. So here we use wire clause with id for update information in customer. So if I execute this snippet, we will have a changed on a customer name, email, phone, salary, and other information. Now I just want to execute this snippet one row after updated. If I select or execute this snippet, okay, and after then you can see the updated changes in customer table in id 4 for id 4. Now this is another example to delete record or delete data from customer actually. Here we use here for id 4. So if I execute the select statement, the id 4 data will be removed from customer. Here we can see 3 records. 4 id is not available right now. So this is insert, delete, and update operation or DML operation. Now I just want to give an example about truncate table. So if I execute this snippet, truncate means our table will be permanently removed from table. So if I execute this snippet, a select statement, to check the data, there are no records in customer. So this is the truncate example. Number 5, I just want to give an example to drop how to drop a table from um, table. So if I execute this drop table statement, here we can see customer dropped successfully. If I check the table description, um, here you already used the table description statement. Here it is table description. So if I check the table description, here we can see the message Oracle customer does not exist, means object not found, customer table deleted successfully. So if I check the data from first customer, here we can see tabular views does not exist, means our table dropped successfully. So this is the error message, tabular view does not exist. Now we will discuss about another example about table. So the example is Oracle identity column example. Actually, Oracle identity column example. I just formatting this one. Now for this topic, I let's see the first step. Let's take some example of using the Oracle identity columns. The following statement creates a table named identity demo that consists of a identity columns. Here we can see the identity column in identity demo table. The ID number generated always as identity. So ID is here identity column and its description. Identity column that will help us to identical value in per ID in identity demo. So the value of ID will be generated automatically. We do not need to insert some value to uh, identity insert. So after executing this snippet, our table identity demo created successfully. I just want to see the table description from identity demo. Here we can see the columns ID and description. Here both are not null value actually. So here I just want to insert some values in identity demo. So let's follow the step 2 actually. The following statement inserts a new row into the identity demo table. Here we can see the insert statement, insert into identity demo. Here the description. So here we do not need to insert a value for ID. It will populate it automatically. Here we can see one row inserted. So if I execute the select statement to see the record from identity demo, here we can see the identity demo table. So if I select this one, we can see the one record in identity demo table. So here ID is generated automatically. Now this is another example. Because we do not specify value for the ID column, Oracle automatically generated a sequential value starting from a 1. This is a select statement. Here we can see the value 1 is inserted automatically and it started from 1. So this is an example where we do not need, I just want to insert another value for a description, want to insert it. So if I execute this snippet, we can see the ID value is generated to incrementally increase the value of ID of identity demo table. Another example, Oracle alter table add. This is a very useful statement in Oracle. Number 1, Oracle alter table add column. Example, to add a new column to a table, you use the following syntax. The syntax is alter table, table name, add, column name, type, constraint. So this is the add column syntax for altering a table. So here we can see another description. Let's create a table named members for the demonstration. Here we can see the member table create statement. Here we can see member ID is number generated or by default as identity, and its primary key member ID first name last name. So if I execute this snippet, our table members created successfully. Now I just want to add another column here, birthday actually, and its type is date, not null. So if I execute this snippet, we can see the member table altered, means our birthday column added in member table. So let's see the description of member table. Here we can see the column birthday added successfully in member table. Uh, we will give another example about a table in Oracle. Here, Oracle alter table modify, not add. It is another one is modify actually. So the step 1 for this example is step 1 is here it is. Oracle alter table modify example, column example. To modify the attributes of a column, you use the following syntax. Syntax is alter table, table name, modify column name, type, constraint. Okay. So this is the syntax to modify a column for this for a table with constraint. So the live example for this statement. Here we can see the following statement changes the last name column to accept non-null values. Here non-null, not null is constraint. So here we can see last name is non-nullable here. So if I execute this snippet to modify the constraint for last name, we can see the changes here. Table member altered. So if I see the description of member or member, here we can see last name column shows as not null. So our table modified successfully. In this tutorial, we have learned how to use the Oracle create table statement to create a new table. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you.